It's all quiet at the moment, but it hasn't been this quiet. I've seen it before. It gets full, doesn't it, early in the morning? But what kind of clients are you getting in the Euros?
Not too many football fans yet.
Oh, really?
Just the normal clients until now.
Okay, where are they?
I mean, it's spread all across Germany.
Yeah,
So-
but this area that I'm in, which is it's very, very quiet. Doesn't feel like there's a competition going on.
Yeah, I mean, a couple of days back when Croatia played Spain here, there were a lot of Croatia fans, but now the next game is in like 3 days, so it's gonna get a bit more busy.
It'll
when the next
get
game
busier.
comes.
Are you a football man?
Yeah.
Are you enjoying it?
Yeah, a lot.
Are you German?
I'm German, yeah.
Yeah, so...
I enjoyed the first game a lot.
Yeah?
Germany played amazing. Yeah.
Did you expect it?
Yeah, I mean, I did. The team is amazing.
All right.
Musiala, Wirtz.
You think you got a chance then?
Yeah, of course.
All right.
In our own country.
Yeah.
I feel like we're top 3 teams with like England and France.
In Spain?
We're better than Spain, for sure.
Oh.
For sure.
Well, good luck with it all.
Thank you.
Everyone's a stranger till you say hello. And it's the hardest part, but it can take you down roads you never thought were possible. So come on, take a step, I know good things lay ahead. I've seen poets and players, poppers with nowhere to and I've been around, and I know some empty spaces brought back all my growing. I know.
Hello. First things to talk about is in England. I'm going to talk about 2 people that I admire and I like a lot. But I think there were a couple of big mistakes being made yesterday. What did you think England did wrong? Didn't you see that there was a lack of fluidity in their football? So much talent, and yet there was a lack of communication, of synergy. And I think that was partly down to the choice of Trent Alexander-Arnold in the middle. I don't think you can go to an European Championships with the doubt of who's going to be the engine of your team. I understand Gareth Southgate trying something new because he's seen something in training, but the midfielders of every other side in the national teams are more or less defined. At least the 2 key members of that midfield, everybody knows who they are, and they've got 2 things that create associations between themselves on the one hand, and on the other, they are midfielders. They've been midfielders for years. So they know about things that are difficult to see with the uneducated eye, if you like. The ability to keep the tempo, to give fluidity to the team, to give the pass that moves the action, not necessarily the through pass that creates an opportunity, but the ability to be patient, to pass the ball around, to know where you are, the position in the midfield. If you're a midfielder, it's in your DNA. If you're not, you have to think about it. And I felt that Trent, who I love as a person and as a player, was lost in that position. Not fully his fault, because I think Gareth Southgate took that decision thinking that Trent could help with a special pass, with something different. But I wonder what the other midfielders think. The other midfielders who have been chosen because they were the best English midfielders around. And to see in the first game against Serbia, when you knew that Serbia was going to start defending as deep as they did, and they don't have a lot of quality, so for them it was important not to concede chances, to be compact, and hope that in a counter something could happen. Imagine the other midfielders thinking, we've been 100 million times against teams like that. We know what to do. With the ability to see 360 degrees, while the fullback generally, even though I know that Trent has come inside a lot, doesn't have to worry to one side. His angle is shorter in a way. He's got to develop the ability to see around. As I say, the ability to understand his role, his positioning. And I think that was improvising from England. What we saw was, in stats, Serbia had 6 shots on goal, England 5 shots on goal. That's basically the shortest number of shots on goal in the whole competition so far. And I know England will get better, but I think it'll get better down to a more natural position with all the players. And I feel that Declan Rice can run the midfield on his own. A little bit like Rodri with Spain. He can do it on his own. And he can have other players that understand that sometimes they have to help him and drop deeper, or they have to just go in between the lines, like Jude Bellingham did, like Foden did. It was just not the best England, I think, because of that. Jude Bellingham was outstanding, everything he did. And you know what? It's becoming very clear now, something that we've seen at Real Madrid for a while, and you could see a little bit at Borussia Dortmund. He loves the stage. He loves being there. He loves being part of what's going on. He loves to be seen, yes, but what he does always makes sense, including when he chested the Serbian rival, boom, saying, hey, we are. I love all that, and I think you all do as well. He's already the leader of that national side. I saw often that Bellingham will move around from the left to the right, back to the left, and there wasn't the same communication, even personally, there is with Trent, for instance, who was, I felt, a little bit lost. I hope there is a lot of minutes for Trent in this competition. Not sure it will be in the centre midfield, and I hope that Gareth Southgate learns from it. I think it's a mistake. One of the few I've seen from him, and I know they're going to get it right, because I know this England is going to go very, very far. Before the England game, which I watched in a beer garden, massive beer garden, I went to the Berlin Wall, the longest stretch of the Berlin Wall. Have a look. Tell me one thing I have to do in Berlin for sure. One thing that needs to be done.
You have to see. You know, I'm a Berliner. I was born in the west part, in the island. So, a boat tour is very nice on the Spree River.
Okay.
If you like flea markets, you go to the Mauer Park. Park Flea Market.
I want to also go to the wall and the is it called the East Gallery?
The East Side Gallery you can go, yes. And if you go till the end of East Side Gallery, you have a bridge.
Yeah.
It's a combination between East Berlin, Friedrichshain, and West Berlin, Kreuzberg. You have a nice view back to the town. If you go the East Side Gallery till the end. Yeah?
Okay.
It's very nice. It's good. It's nice.
Thank you very much.
Yeah.
Everyone's a stranger till you say hello. And it's the hardest part, but it can take you down roads you never thought were possible. So come on, take a step, I know good things lay ahead. I've seen poets and players, poppers with nowhere to and I've been around, and I know there's some empty spaces, brought back all my growing. I know.
Now that we've got football in Germany, it's one of those few things that actually it puts people together, that destroys barriers, destroys frontiers, makes us realize that we're quite similar in the way that we're passionate about things, but humans tend to divide, tend to create walls. This is the longest remaining part of the Berlin Wall. Sad reminder that we have that in us, the ability to just divide, separate. But they made something wonderful out of this, which is in 1990, when the wall came down, 118 artists from 21 countries filled the wall with murals. It's called now the East Side Gallery, which is about 10 minutes by cab from the city centre. And I've decided to immerse myself into this wonderful expression of art, a memorial as well of what separates us, the wall that was East Berlin, this was West Berlin, and what joins us, art, the ability to create stories. That's what we should be about more than separate them. Football is doing that, creating a lot of stories, but just gonna go away from football for a bit and enjoy the murals. Thoughts are like traces of birds in heaven. Nice way to start the walk. So obviously the Berlin Wall came down in 1989, in 1990. You see the murals that were created. Some of them are still there, but the wall had to be repainted and remuraled, if that's a word, in the 21st century, as some of it lost its quality or it was pulled down, and the local government decided to give it the shape, the color that it's got now. So other artists were invited to, I think it was 2009, to repaint the wall. And it was amazing to actually watch the England game next to the wall, the Berlin Wall. As I said, a place that separated us, but also made us happy when it came down. And I remember that so well. I remember the feeling of freedom that we even got, even though we weren't in Germany at the time. I remember all that very clearly. And I remember thinking, we're not gonna have another world war. Definitely not, it's not possible. Look, everybody wants to be together, everybody wants peace. And yet, we don't learn, do we? But I've got the feeling that that impulse, that energy that was created when the wall came down, the same energy and creativity that was formed when they were given the opportunity to paint the wall, that is there, that's obviously there. And I've got the impression that not only is a force of good, it's something that will keep reappearing. Yes, we are humans, and as such, we divide ourselves, we battle, we fight, but there is a lot of people out there willing to find that peace. It will be an eternal fight between good and evil, but for as long as any of us do a little bit of good every day in whatever we do, we'll be heading the right direction. Anyway, I'll see you tomorrow.
Looking for a place to call. Everyone's a stranger till you say hello. I've seen 1,000 reflections